Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to today's show, Argo 37. Bear with me whilst I carry on filling in the player names around the side there. I'm just the worst streamer ever, so that's why that's not there. Today we are playing Argo 37, Dark Matter, the 5e expansion into space and sci-fi and all of those wonderful things. Mostly featuring chaos, as we're not the most adept. But before I go into all of the wonderful things that are Dark Matter and all of that, let's go through some of our channel things.
Looks
so
like
first of all, thank you for the host. First of all, we have our social links. I can't spell this morning. Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Go and check all of them out. They are amazing. If you want a community, head over to the Discord. If you want to get involved in one of these games, you won't be able to get in this season now. We are full. But we will be looking for players over Christmas and January. In fact, I am sorting that out in the background right now. So if you want to get into a game, send me a DM and I'll try my very best to get you in a game. Also, YouTube, if you want to catch up on what else has been going on in this crazy campaign and all the other campaigns, head over to YouTube, where you can find everything in there in the YouTube playlists. Reasonably up to date as well, or they will update during the week. It's great. What else have we got? Right, we are full time. We have a Patreon where you can support us. We also have free articles over there. There's also a merch there. You can come and get that lovely logo in your life. I don't have mine to hand. It's somewhere under this block. But yeah, it's a great logo. Get in. We also have two sponsors. One, first and foremost today, in the form of Mage Hand Press, and Justin's here with us today. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, if this sort of thing floats your boat, 5e space sci-fi expansion, head over there, check out the free review and the pre-order material. And very soon we've got the alpha launching, right, Justin? It's like the 15th. We've got the alpha launch.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Next Thursday, the alpha launch. Everything will be compiled into one book. All of the exciting stuff that you've seen, one book, one print, and I believe the top tier backers also get access to the beta.
So anyone who backed the physical book or the $25 PDF beta tier in Kickstarter, or the physical book in Backer Kit, will be getting access to the alpha automatically. And then everyone who did not will have the ability to go ahead and buy into the beta to get access to the alpha as well.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting times. And congratulations on making all your goals and getting to this point. Well done.
It was work.
No, that's good. Okay, well, yeah, we've sort of already nearly started it. Oh, hang on. I do need to also mention our other sponsor, Bird in the Storm Publishing. They all of their merch and mugs and everything goes 100% to charity. Well, the profits go 100% to charity. So go and check them out. They'll also be producing content for us in the new year. Lastly, we do have a tweet. Every 10 retweets gets us a Wild Magic Surge. So as I go and hastily open the tweet to see how many we've currently got. And I just googled someone's name because that was the last thing on my clipboard. I don't even know why I'm putting it in Google. It should be in the address bar. We'll go around. Alice, why don't you take over? Oh, hi.
Okay, hi, I'm Alice. I'm also White Rabbit Pick on Twitter. I'm also a well-to-do hobbit in chat, which I will change at some point. I'm just slightly attached to that name. I will be your DM for today, so let's head around and just say hi to the characters. Let us know who you are and what you are playing. A little description of your character. So, let's start with Moon Gamer Chick. Who are you? Welcome.
Hi, I'm Moon Gamer Chick on Twitter. I'm Crimson Rosebud 34 on Twitch. I'm playing. I can never pronounce this name right. It's Clamine, I think is how you pronounce it. She's a Nautilus monk. So, to describe what she looks like, this is what I envisioned in my head. Imagine if she's in her armor, she looks like Big Daddy. But when she's outside of her armor, she looks like a mixture of the female alien from Species and Abe Sapien from Hellboy.
Nice. Awesome, thank you. And then we will hop over to Dr. Ashley Nova.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Ashley. Ashley Nova here on Twitch. I'm a streamer and content creator of too much stuff. Today I'm going to be playing Amalgam. I'm an amoeboid alchemist. I literally opened that race's PDF and I saw the little amoeba dude and I was like, that's it. That's the character I'm making.
They are adorable.
So yeah, I'm a blob. I'm a giant single-celled blob.
I love it. I don't think we've had one of those yet, so I'm loving that. And also, last but not least, we haven't spoken to Scrat yet, but Mage Hand Press.
Oh, hi there. So I'm playing Dallas. Now, I have an affinity for inventing a number of gadgets, and I gotta say, I've been quite successful in this and decided that it was time to leave the Earth and explore the stars, because Earth was it was a little same.
Awesome, thank you. And last but not least, Blister. Because I don't think you need to be called Scrat in this anymore.
Yeah, it's sort of become an extra personality, hasn't it? I am Scrackers though. You can refer to me by any pronouns. I run this channel and I appear on other channels. I got invited to another channel. I'm going over to Little Cup of Joe to go and play a game, and that's really exciting because no one invites me to things anymore. I think they all assume that I'm too busy. So if you have games, carry on inviting me, you guys. I love being a player every now and again and not having to run production. That's basically where I am. But I'm playing Blister. I'm Blister today. He's everything's been going a bit wrong. Lara getting missing on the ship, and there being more than one Lara and more than one Blister. And, more than one Telemachus, and Telemachus has gone missing on the other ship, and it's just a whole thing. I don't really know what's going on.
Awesome. So we will jump straight into this. So last week we left as Alara was talking to Blister. She started to disappear. She started to fade before finally gone. And Blister had decided to take it upon himself that he was going to cross to the other giant Argo 37, this huge expanse of a ship, via cable, and finally a suit.
Yeah, I did decide to wear a suit this time.
I put a suit on this time.
Yeah, I thought I wouldn't go into space without a suit this time. That wasn't too pleasant last time. I nearly died. But this time I have connected a cable between the two ships, and what I might even do... Originally, I thought it would work like a zipline. I thought if I clip myself to it and just let go, it worked like a zipline. But the problem with zero gravity is that it doesn't quite work like that. So I'm sort of having to now pull myself along, which isn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like a cowboy moment, you're sort of like swinging from the chandelier into the ship. It didn't work out that way.
But as Blister, in this empty space, makes his way across to the giant Argo 37.
Yeah, he's actually feeling a little strange. This is the first time that he's been alone for a long time. He's kind of got used to Alara and Telemachus being around him, and he can't help but be thinking about them, and through his head he's sort of trying to figure out exactly what on earth is going on between him and Alara. It was a fun chase thing, like, hey, we're all, hey, we're like meats, but closer to meats, but not really meats, but, And then suddenly, just recently, it's all got a bit serious, and he's a bit, he's just thinking about it. And he's thinking about Telemachus as well, who, like, she's really smart. So usually I can just let her on devices and she'll be alright. In fact, she'll probably rescue herself, but, she might need help. Which is why I've strapped this massive singularity emitter to me as well. So I've actually got what looks like a cannon attached to my body right now. I forgot to mention that. It's just sort of become part of the aesthetic, I think. But yeah, he's just sort of like pulling himself along this cable and like looking, and with space being as quiet as it is, despite all of the random alien noises you may think you can hear. He's sort of pulling himself along and is just sort of like, under his breath almost, just... Not time to make a change. Relax. Take it easy. And pulls himself through this void that is space. You're still young, and that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Puts his arms out for a minute. Find a girl. Settle down. If you want, then you can marry. Look at me. I am old. But I am happy. And he can't help but think about Lara again as he says those lines. And it's a weird thought, because he's never thought about a serious thing before. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy. You can't help but think of how he's been sobering up recently. To be calm when you found something going on. Take your time, think a lot. Think of everything you got. You'll still be here tomorrow.
Looks like we got a new friend!
But your dreams may not.
And Blister disappears down the cable. Back on Argo 37, our Argo 37, there is an alarm going off, and it's just loud. It's like beep, beep, beep. It's not like a usual alarm. This is effectively Argo making the sound beep with his mouth because the alarm is broken. And all of you, one after the other, you all find yourself cold and waking up in this room, in this cryo chamber room with all the red lights spinning and alarming. The ship is going crazy as all three of you wake up.
I can't wear it, dang it. Stupid headphones. Well, damn, this wasn't how this was supposed to be. Anyone else up?
Yes.
I think like Amalgam just like schleps out of whatever cryotube they were in, and is just like a puddle on the floor. Part of them is still frozen.
You feel a bit like weak and wobbly as you sort of regain yourself, and as I said, this is like everything has gone quite dark apart from this rotating massive red light, and this just alarm that's almost deafening, especially to your tired ears as you wake up.
I don't have ears.
Well, you don't have ears, but you can hear.
Got little ear holes.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how to shut that alarm off? It's giving me a migraine.
Well, let me see here. Is there a computer terminal around here somewhere?
You can see a screen pop down. Now you know this is Argo, and you can see him as you wake up. There's a doorway into the corridor, and you can see the screen basically wheeling up and down this corridor, just going beep, 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 as he's trying to he's freaking out.
Excuse me.
And you see the screen slide around the corner. Oh, you're awake. Hello.
Yeah.
Did I do that? Sorry.
What's going on?
There's no one running the ship.
No.
Yeah. So Blister left. I don't know why I'm panicking. I feel a bit nervous. Alara's gone. Telemachus is gone. And Blister has just attached himself to a cable and is now flying out into deep space.
Why is the cleaning boy in deep space on a cable?
Well, you see, we had Lieutenant Lara, and then she disappeared, and then we found a child called Telemachus, and then she disappeared, and then everything's gone a bit hectic, and no one's flying me.
Lovely. All right. So, what systems are in good order, and what needs fixing?
Okay, well, that's a tricky question, because I don't know what's broken, but I have been assured that many things are broken.
All right. So, what do you need from us?
I need you to get Blister back.
I suppose I can manage
So
that.
Amalgam now has like mostly formed themselves into like a humanoid-ish shape. One of their legs is like again still frozen, and it's like all swollen and bulbous, and they tilt their like head, and say, I have just one question. What's a blister?
Cleaning boy.
It's that thing on your skin. Oh wait, you don't have skin. It's a bump filled with. Well, here a bump filled with fluid too.
Well, it's not an entirely inaccurate description of blister from what I remember before we went down. Useless cleaning boy. Useless cleaning boy. That's all you need to know.
Okay, I have another question.
Okay.
Where are we?
No space. We, you came here willingly, right? Cryo, wake up. We're supposed to wake up on another planet, distant stars. Not ringing a bell?
No.
Well, damn, they might have put you down too long.
I remember failing medical school.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then people in suits, which was strange because people at my university don't wear suits because we don't wear clothes.
good to
And
know.
then I woke up.
All right. Well, we'll figure how you got here out later, but let's calm this AI down and let's find the cleaning boy.
As you can look out the window and you see a huge Argo 37, about 10 to 15 times the size of yours. And you can see smaller, like the ship you're in. These look like the ship you're in are attached to the side of this giant one, like escape pods. And you can see a cord connecting both of them. And you can see someone in a suit sort of lolling about in space, dragging their way over to this huge
Is
ship.
that a blister? I point to the guy floating on the cord.
Argo, that's blister, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And you let him do this?
I don't have arms. I can't stop him.
You can't lock doors, shut down systems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably could have done that.
We're gonna defrag you later. Anyways, let's get to the airlock, I suppose.
Thank you very much to Prax, who donated to give Clemene Nat 20.
You all head to the airlock. Are you putting on suits?
I have a suit that I wear outside of normal.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in water, I prefer to wear my Big Daddy suit. That's what I'm gonna call it, the Big Daddy suit.
My character presses a button on his chest, and a suit starts wrapping itself around him, metal, and at the top of the head, it actually forms into a cowboy hat, along with covering the rest of him.
I thought you were gonna say top hat. I was gonna yes.
And you'll see this as Dallas suddenly goes ching 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 as all these like start to form. And what about Amalgam?
Well, see, it's kind of difficult for an amoeboid to wear a suit because they don't have like the muscles to like push them around. So I imagine I just need to be put in a bottle, and someone is going to have to carry me.
I'll carry you.
There are like boxes and containers and things like that all about.
Would he fit in my biosuit with me? Because it is surrounded with fluid.
I can fit into spaces that are like a centimeter wide.
Well, then you can crawl in the suit with me. I'll be nice and share. You can keep me off.
I don't know if Amalgam will be comfortable.
What? The offer stands there. Instead of
Argo,
being trapped in a little bottle, you can just come hang out in the suit with me.
Do we have quarantine bubbles around here?
Yeah, there's loads in this storage here. You've got all these clear sort of like spheres, and there's like tubes. There's a load of like storage things.
I roll out
There's,
a
like, space
bubble boy bubble for amalgam. Here, just slide into this.
It's wonderful. I love it.
I just imagine a giant blob and a hamster ball.
That's exactly what it is. That's the perfect.
You sort of gloop into this forward,
Yeah.
you sort of tip the side
I like-
and whirl around in it before you can steady your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And Dallas, are you taking hold of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can see where Blister left on the cable, and you can see the connections with this.
All right. I'm gonna turn to it's Clymene, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does your suit have flight capabilities like mine does, or no?
Don't think it does.
Well, thank God everything's weightless in space. Grab hold.
I mean, technically, that's not exactly true. Things do have mass in space.
They
Yes,
can't
I
hear
mean,
you.
we-
You're in a bubble, like, like they can't really hear
I have a
you.
comp unit, I'll have you know. It's on my character sheet. I don't know how it works, but I have one.
Is there a cord or a cable of some kind where if I like clip it on to my belts and can I
Yeah, no,
clip
there's
it
the
on?
big main cord that Blister has travelled out on, and you.
Well, I
can
don't know if I could attach to Dallas. That way he could just pull me along, I guess.
Yeah, there's
and-
loads of ways you can attach yourselves. Amalgam, I'm assuming Dallas is just holding you,
Giant ball.
Yeah.
like a
Ball
pocket
of
or something.
blob.
And yeah, so you guys are in this, and Argo is there. You ready for me to open the airlock? 3,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, he doesn't even ask. 1,
Oh, boy.
and you hear, and you, it's like you get sucked
All right, clinch up.
out. You get sucked out, all
And-
three of you in like this like mass of just whatever you are gets sent out across this cable, and you get about 6 feet along before you gradually slow down and begin to float.
I'm gonna use my jetpack to guide myself towards Blister.
You can do that. They sort of kick in, and you can gradually start making your way. You can move faster. You'll catch up with Blister because of jetpack. He's just doing it manually by his hand.
Mhm.
As you look around, you can see out into the darkness still all these huge void fish. All of the stars, just this huge ship. As you gradually catch up. Now, Blister, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
I'm muted, aren't I? There we go. Let's see. I know I've got a character sheet somewhere. There it is. Perception.
Yes, please.
I'm not awful at perception.
Okay, as you're singing and as you're going along, you feel like there's something coming up behind you, fast.
Oh, not again. Last time this happened, it was actually in Scotland before we got on the flight, and it was a train. I had to dive out the way. I didn't even realise it was on the railroads. I was sort of like, as
The
I'm.
Wizmos in your suit are panicking.
Look, Wizmos, do you have thrusters or something? Frost!
They're in your suit. They're not like they're crowded. One of them is crowding around in the actual like helmet of your suit, like slapping your face. Like,
God damn it, Wizmos, how did you even get in here? What are you in my suit for? You don't need to breathe.
do you turn around?
I will do, yes.
At fairly high speed, you can see what looks like a person rocketing towards you with another person attached by like a cord and a weird sort of globe that has got something sloshing around in it as they race towards you.
Oh no, it's some of them phantoms from the other ship. I'll start on the rope.
Can you? Right. Okay. So can Dallas roll your athletics, and Blister, can you roll your athletics? How fast you both sort of.
Oh, I'm so screwed.
That's beatable. That's beatable. It's not beatable.
Okay, so Dallas comes rushing up, and you almost like don't realize how fast you're going, and you collide with Blister. Not to knock you off or anything, but it's just almost like, you know, that sort of really slow as you sort of like almost start to tangle yourselves.
I'm gonna try and catch Blister.
Yeah, go for it. Roll a sleight of hand for me just to see how you nimbly get around this.
Much better at this check.
Oh, okay. Double nat 20. Yeah, you sort of, almost as you rocket forward, Blister's panicking, like really trying to get away from you, and you reach out your arms and basically grab him and almost tuck and roll round him and hold him to you.
Blister, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you out here?
I know you know my name. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. Can you even hear? You
Yes.
probably can. Did I bring a comms link? I've only been using Magic Mike
All
for
the
weeks.
suits have the comms.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you're very, by the way, you're all very close to like this hatch on the big Argo 37. And you can see like what looks like a child looking out the window at you.
I just wave.
And
at
it's
the
like,
kid. I
No.
point to the door to see if maybe we can get inside and be stable. Let's go inside and where we can sit down and talk.
No,
Well,
we need to get in this big ship. All right, pals. We need to get in there. I'm on a rescue mission. I'm saving Telemachus.
Who's
Argo
that?
mentioned a Telemachus. Who the hell is Telemachus?
Right, she's the child that we picked up way early on in this campaign. I mean military campaign. You'd stop with the meta, you lot. Yeah, we picked her up early in the campaign. She's real smart and like usually can handle herself, but she.
I have a question.
Oh wow!
What's a child?
yeah, this ball starts effectively talking to you, Blister. This sort of gloop rolling around in this orb.
Yeah, there's a little like comm unit just floating inside the liquid.
By the way, you lot are all like tangled together just in space right now outside the ship.
I'm gonna try and stabilize us on the outside of the ship.
Yeah, you can do that. You can sort of, especially with 2 nat 20s, you can effectively hold on to something whilst you're holding on to everyone else.
Child, it's like a young human, you know, a wee human in their younger days.
Oh, you mean you don't reproduce by just dividing?
No, we have to grow our kids like fruit.
Strange.
Someone give Blister a lesson in the birds and the bees, my god.
So what's really cool is we grow them inside of us. It's typically the females that do the growing.
Aye, yeah, sort of like trees.
No, it's not like trees.
Don't
So
eat
birds and the
the
bees
apple.
aside.
Don't eat the apple seeds. That's all I'm saying.
Birds, bees, trees, Phoebo. What are all of these words?
Oh, sweet child. Oh, sweet child.
You guys are all clinging to the outside of the ship.
All right. So
Can we go inside the big ship and then we'll do the whole sex education later?
do we know who is on this ship? This big ship? This
Yes,
big ship that happens to have the same designation as our ship?
yes, us.
Please don't tell me. Are we dealing with a multi-reality situation right now?
Well, no, we found a faulty map. At least we thought it was faulty. But what it seems is when we went through the map to its coordinates and we found Earth, it didn't maybe seem to actually be Earth because all of a sudden there was 2 blisters, and then there was 3 blisters, and then there was like 4 or 5 blisters, and about 5 or 6 Argo 37s. You know, 6 or 7 Alaras. You know, Lieutenant Commander Alara. Loads of Tamalacuses as well, and a few other people that were with us.
So you found a hole in the multiverse where people were collating?
That are being copied, one or the other.
All right, well, looks like when you got out, you brought someone with you. Well, I guess we do in fact need to get in here.
Don't worry, I brought something to make a hole in the side, and he pats the cannon.
Oh God. Okay, so they took our Lara and this Telemachus.
Hey, Telemachus.
All right, let's get in.
All right. Well, did anyone answer the door?
There was a small child behind the door.
Oh,
I tried getting her attention to open the door, but I don't know if she saw me or not.
does she have like blonde, scruffy hair?
Did I know if he had blonde scruffy hair?
No, this was a young boy with dark brown hair just looking at you in utter confusion. It looked like maybe he was in pajamas. And this wasn't by the door, there was a couple of windows along and just sort of waved at you and kept walking.
Is there a way we can hail inside the ship to see if anyone's active and awake to open the airlock to let us in?
Well, let me see if I can get this open. Can I use my where is it? Where'd it go? My auto entry device to attempt to break in.
Yes, you can. Roll for me, please.
Okay, and let me see here. Its ability check for doing so is 10. Okay. Oh, I don't even actually roll for it. It's 10 plus intelligence modifier, so it's going to treat it as if I used a thieves' tools or hacking kit and got a result of a 14.
Okay, perfect. So you're there sort of like tinkering by the door, because you can see where a huge airlock is. And the rest of you see Dallas starting to tinker at like this panel and the sparks that sort of disappear very quickly because you're out in space, and then you can feel a door open again, and it's like you get sucked in quickly. All of you get sucked in. Can you all roll a dexterity for me, please?
Save or check?
Save, please.
I would like to say Dex is my best stat.
It was my best stat too.
You said it was a saving? Was it saving
save,
or?
save.
Okay. I am proficient.
And yes, my best stat is a 1.
So basically, Clamine and Amalgam, you sort of get sucked in and you just about land on your feet awkwardly.
I mean, I just like crash on the floor.
Yeah, you sort of crash into the floor in this like little orb you in, like as Dallas
I see it
lets go and you
spinning
get sucked
across the floor like a basketball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dallas gets sucked into the room. However, Blister on a nat 1 wasn't ready and takes Dallas out on the way in, and you both crash in this mass of the wires you were attached to the cable. You sort of tied yourself together, and you're both attached to each other.
I'm gonna walk over and attempt to untangle them.
You got a sleight of hand for me, please. So yeah, you two are both tangled together. And Flamine doesn't really do much. If anything, I'm pretty sure she's tying it a bit tighter as she's trying to...
Is the door closed?
The door is closed.
I'll just press the eject button. The suit's his problem now.
What?
Well, I'm in a suit, right?
Yeah.
Just press the eject button.
Oh, I see, on the suit. Okay.
I thought you were ejecting us back
I
into
thought you were
space.
ejecting us.
Why?
No. I'll eject myself from the suit, so hopefully the suit's still tangled, but I can just...
Yeah, you can do that. It's quite awkward to get out still because it's quite tight. But Dallas, you're now stood there in a suit with a suit attached to you.
Can I use sleight of hand to slip out?
Yeah. You roll for me, please. Yeah, you work yourself out. You sort of awkwardly sort of try and kick all of this off. And Amalgam, you're still rolling around in this ball.
I assume I can let myself out of the ball.
Oh, you can, but I'm saying the momentum has taken you around a little bit.
Yeah. So the ball like splits in half, and Amalgam like schleps out of it again.
A cracking open.
And then like forms themselves into their like vaguely humanoid shape.
That's a cool trick. I like that. I thought you were just like a, do you remember Super Monkey Ball back in the day? Ever play that? Never mind. Yeah,
It was a classic.
Golden oldie.
You are all stood in an empty room. You can see a door just ahead of you with like a spherical window, but otherwise you've all just stood in this room.
Well, I guess I'll open this door too, and I'll use my auto entry kit to 14 for open lock or hacking.
Yeah, no, this is quite easy to open, so it sort of slides in. And as you look out, it's like you're stepping into a busy hallway. There are loads of people just walking up and down, chatting, doing their daily business.
Are they all human?
There's a mix. There's human, there's orc, there's tiefling, there's some like you, Amalgam. There's a wide range. There's gnomes walking around, and they all seem to be going about their jobs. Some of them are cleaning, some of them are scheduling things. They're walking around with like glass panels, clocking things. Some of them are talking together. They don't seem to notice you, if anything.
I was just going to say, can they see us? You would figure walking into a ship, they'd all stop and go, where the hell did you guys come from?
play it casual. Play it casual.
Seeing all the people, I'm gonna hit a button as a bonus action and turn my suit off.
Yep, you can turn it off. It's all good as it closes. You see another door, like on the same side as yours on the left, which you can assume is another like hatch, and it opens with someone in a suit as they take off the helmet. They log some things, and then they start walking down the corridor.
Mm-hmm. So Amalgam like mimics the motion and like pushes a bunch of their like amoeba body around as if they were lifting a helmet off, and then does the thing on their wrist, and then like just starts walking.
Yeah, you do that, and you can see there is another one very similar to you, a bright red sort of color, as it's just sort of slooping along the corridor, and it looks to be holding a conversation with what looks like maybe an elf or something, and they're both chatting, and they're both in lab coats.
Alright, hi, how you doing? Oh, look at that weather out there.
Like some of them go, oh, hi, and just keep going.
Yeah, oh yeah. Working hard or hardly working, eh, pal? Playing cool!
I think what my friend is trying to say is we just got back from exploratory mission, and we're looking to log it in the lab, and I was wondering if you could just point the way. You seem to have suffering some memory issues.
You see this sort of this elf stop and go, yeah, okay, which lab are you after?
The lab involving the
chemistry.
No.
Oh.
No. The lab where we're studying the. God damn it.
Chemistry. I want to do. Oh, you remind me of my friend so much. She's a scientist.
That was great. Okay.
Like, are you pushing like Amalgam down? Like,
Yeah. No, not chemistry. We're looking for the lab involving the temporal or multiversal anomalies that we discovered.
The elf looks a little confused. Can you roll me a persuasion or a deception, whichever you would prefer? And the elf sort of was like, I don't know anything about that.
We're looking for chemistry.
No, who are we I
Like, so
turned to Blister. I'm like, who are we looking for? Or what are we doing again?
The other ship, the other Argo 37, we were sent down to check it out.
what?
So I think Amalgam is now like just like putting an arm on Dallas's face
Yeah.
and like just like smothering. It's like chemistry.
You get every lab is mostly chemistry, right? Is someone looking after you? Like someone's like looking.
That is a lie. Biology labs are nowhere near as rigorous in there.
What I'm saying is we've got 42 chemistry labs.
Oh, right. Well, we're looking for what we're looking for is astrometallurgical chemistry.
Roll a persuasion for me, please, or deception again.
To be fair, we'll likely find
great.
Telemachus
I'm just gonna roll one of these. No, come on, roll 20. You can do it. There we go. 14.
As you do this, he still gives you a funny look, but he's like, "Yeah, you want level 12." And looks to Dallas. He's like, "Are you looking after him?"
Best I can.
Yes, no, he's quite not well. Like he said, he had memory problems.
Do you want to go back in the bubble?
Envision this Jilly petting his hair, like, oh, good boy.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Legolas. We'll head off to the elevator, the lab.
Like he looks confused, but he's like, "Okay," and just keeps on walking and talking to his companion. You can see it's almost like a whole corridor full of all these elevators, and there's loads. There's people coming in and out, chopping and changing. It's going up and down very, very quickly. And you can see one quite close to you where lots of people start to come out.
I suppose all through all of this, Blister's kind of trying to use the edge of his coat to try and cover the cannon that he's carrying.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Amalgam like just has a gun floating in their body.
Some people have weapons on them already. However, that is probably a weird sight. Like you watch a couple of people check you as you sort of go past. It always distracts them from the fact Blister has got a giant cannon under his coat. In fact, can you roll me a stealth, please, for that Blister, just to see how obvious it is?
yeah, no, you can do it. Looks like roll 20 might be having some issues today.
Yeah, it's having a bit of a struggle for some reason.
Oi!
21. Jeez. Okay. So under this leather jacket, you're like walking along really odd, but no one is like judging you or questioning you with this giant like lump.
I'm walking along, I'm like, excuse me, could you make way, please? Come on, I'm pregnant.
And they're like, yeah, sorry. Like,
So Amalgam, like, as we're like going towards one of these lifts, looks at Dallas and is like, Dallas, why did you call that man legless? He quite clearly had two of them.
No, it's a reference to an old classic. An old classic. It was a book, it was a movie.
Amalgam will have to get you.
Were you referring to the fact that the man had pointy ears, and this reference also referred to a person that had pointy ears?
Yes.
Because that's kind of racist, Dallas.
You know,
Or I guess speciest. It's an east.
he just reminded me of Orlando Bloom is all.
I'd love to get you on the holodeck when we get back, Amalgam. There's all sorts of movies you got to see on there. If you don't get the reference, you got to see it. Although, you know, personally, I did prefer. I preferred Harry Potter.
That's another
I
classic.
prefer to receive my entertainment through electrostim of the cytoplasm and not through visual media.
Oh,
Do you even have eyes?
oh, sorry, it makes me laugh because Scrat's never seen Harry Potter already.
Yeah. So there's like a collection of like blobs in Amalgam's body that like look at Clymene
Okay.
and then look back at everyone else. Well, I guess they've got like one on everyone.
You are stood outside an open elevator and there's someone in there holding the door like,
Yes, I appreciate it. We're coming in. Thank you.
Okay, and you just sort of see him watch as you all sort of get in, and so I'm imagining Blister like, yep, just like.
Excuse me. I'm
Well,
pregnant.
considering
Sorry.
they're still in giant metal armor, it might be a little tight.
Yeah, like you're all like, this is almost like it feels like a glass tube, and you're all like squished in. This is quite tight, especially with just all of you in, and this poor person who's running the elevator looks a bit squished. He's like, level?
12.
Okay. And you just see him press a button,
Alice.
and it's...
We have 2 Wild Magic Surges, 1 for 10 retweets, and 1 as a donation from Arasavad.
Okay, I'm going to give you all numbers, and then I'm going to roll a 1d4, and that'll be who gets them. Blister 1, Clamine 2, Amalgam 3, 3, and Dallas 4. So let's roll this.
Did Alice freeze for everyone else?
Yeah, she was frozen for me. I was
Okay.
just getting ready to ask if I had lagged.
Is that
No.
back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Number 4. So 1 for Dallas.
Oh boy.
And gosh, come on, roll 20. Is anyone else having a really slow roll 20 day?
Yeah,
Mhm.
real funny. Dead still.
No.
And
I can-
1. Okay, so Blister and Dallas, you get a wild magic surge as you both step into this elevator.
Right, and the Wild Magic Surge number at the moment is 605. That's how many we have.
145.
Oh.
And that's not what I rolled. Hang on. I forgot to put the D in. You can see how rarely I roll things manually these days.
As this happens, you guys are going up in this glass tube, sort of as you feel it, like your stomachs drop as it shoots upwards. And you can look out. You're actually, the glass elevators, you see lots of them all around you. And there's this huge space inside the ship that you're looking at. And it's just gardens everywhere, greenery. You've probably not seen this in a long time. This is trees, flowers, strange flowers, not the normal earth-like flowers. You can see birds flying around as you shoot upwards.
Amalgam has been like pressed to the floor.
Yeah, but I was going to say it's just sort of...
Pancake effect.
Yeah.
You guys go shooting up, and then suddenly with your stomach you go... And you stop. And the guy in the elevator... And... Oh my god, what with the Harry Potter references? Who's putting these in the Wild Magic Surges? Okay. So, this stops. And the poor person in the elevator trying to reach the button as you arrive and manages to push it and the door opens. And you see another queue of people waiting. He's like, okay, thank you. Yep. Okay, can you... out, like, as he sort of tries to usher you all out.
I step out.
Step out.
Mm.
Now, this level, there are, again, there's lots of humans, there's a wide range of, there's dogs and cats and birds. This is almost like walking out and about. Now, Dallas, as you start walking, you can see this huge cat. Like, it is a house cat, but it's just a huge, big, fluffy, almost lion-like creature as it pads along. And as you look at it, you suddenly feel drawn to it. Like, this is your spirit animal. You have a connection to this animal. Thank you for the Wild Magic Surge. You just feel like kindred spirits with this huge cat. And it stops and it looks at you.
Hello there. And I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, it's like you could stretch it all out. It's like a long cat, but it just lets you pick it up. And it mews at you.
I
Quite
want to
deep.
pet the kitty.
Now, I don't know where you've been all my life.
And you can see it sort of like pad at you.
I understand. You want to come with me?
And you just see it purr as it sort of tries to climb off your grip and around your shoulders.
I let it climb onto the shoulder.
Yeah, but this is a big cat, so it's sort of standing effectively, like 2 sets on each shoulder as it sort of stands majestically looking out.
Is it kind of like a Cheshire cat over the side?
Oh no, this is like almost like a lioness, sort of big but fluffy sort of.
Is this the child?
No, that is not the child, Amalgam.
That's a cat.
That's a kitty cat.
No. Wait, you said it was children were small. This is...
Imagine
just
a
a small
small
type of animal.
version of a small but looks different version of Dallas. Imagine a mini Dallas.
I don't want to imagine that.
And Blister, you feel very compelled to only talk in rhyme right now. You just feel like that the fact you were singing on the way in, you're feeling a bit better about the fact that you can actually see the people on the ship and they can see you, and you're getting closer to Alara and Telemachus.
All right.
If this is too difficult, we can re-roll this.
No, you carry on. I got it. I'm just looking at the cat and I'm thinking it sort of matches Dallas's hat.
I think I'm gonna name this cat Orange.
The cat sort of just purrs at that and rubs like the bottom of like its chin on top of your hat.
You're naming the cat.
Can I pet the kitty?
Absolutely.
I reach up.
It sort of looks at you like you can stroke it, but when they sort of dip their back away, it's like it lets you do it. But you sort of dip your back away, and but it does let you in the end.
Sorry, my own fur baby decided to bark. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. And
Orange is a great name because the cat and the color are the same.
This is not an orange cat, but yes. You're in this corridor and you can see parents walking around with their children. You can see, again, like workers on the ship, scientists, engineers, all walking around. And you can see more scientists than anything walking in and out of these doors in lab coats.
Whilst we're all walking, I'm gonna grab my comm and just see if I don't know if I don't usually use this thing. I usually just shout into my microphone. I'm gonna see, is there a way I can just single out Telemachus's line?
You can try.
All right, I'll try.
Okay, can you roll sleight of hand just to try and?
One more sleight of hand.
Yes, please, because you're just gonna have to tweak it.
I'll be a 6.
You play around with it for a bit and you just get static. You get no response whatsoever.
Let's find a
Astrometallurgical chemistry.
Quiet corner first, then we'll check that out.
So are you guys going along the hallway?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
You can see a couple of doors. They seem to open up into huge labs, lots of different labs. There's also another series of cryo chambers on one of them. And you can also see lots of tubes with experiments, lots of different colors, lots of test tubes. You can see one of them you can barely see into because whatever they're doing, there's a lot of smoke in there. You walk people walking in and out.
Is there any lab that looks particularly unattended?
You can see one lab, and there seems to be just one person in it currently, like pipetting some different colors into different like beakers and things like that.
All right. let's knock this fool out, and then I'm gonna access their systems.
Okay. Can you, are you trying to stealth your way in? Like, are you closing the door behind you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll try and slip in quietly.
Okay. Blister and Amalgam, are you letting Dallas do this on his own, or are you following him in?
Is Dallas walking with like? Can I tell that Dallas is about to go and smack this person around the back of the head?
No, I said that in character.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then Amalgam is like, what? You wanna who? What?
We gotta find Telemachus and Alara, and the easiest way to do that is going to be to access their computer system. Now, how kindly do you think that they're going to take to someone hacking into their systems who's unauthorized?
I mean,
Hang on.
we could ask.
Hey, this is the thing. Maybe, because we're all like doppelgangers, maybe we got clearance already.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess we could try that.
I mean, you might be a doppelganger.
Like, you're having this conversation. This person can't see it, but they're now looking at you. Like, a man in a cowboy hat with a giant cat on his shoulders has just strolled into the lab, effectively, surrounded by...
Yeah, so Amalgam, like, slithers past Dallas and walks up to this scientist. And is like, yes, hello, this is a very nice experiment. You're doing it wrong.
And he just stares at you like, what do you think this experiment is?
Can I make a check to see if I know what they think?
Yeah, roll a perception for me, please.
Are you sure this is not an investigation?
You could do an investigation as well if you want.
Hey, 13.
Okay, you look at this, and he's using different. You can see all these beakers that are different colors, and you can see a lot of seeds on the desk, and some plants surrounding him.
Oh, this is biology. This is clearly what you're doing wrong. Biology is the worst science.
How else are we going to get air if we don't grow the plants and the trees?
I mean, you refine it using CO2 capture, and then you break down the CO2 into oxygen.
And he's really staring at you, like you're just like this blob.
It's simple. You just pass it over a tungsten catalyst and then break it down using mercury.
Roll a persuasion for me, please.
While he's distracting him, I'm gonna just saunter over to a computer like I belong here or something.
60.
Yeah, so Dallas, you're sort of like shifting like behind this conversation, like cat on your shoulder. And this human is looking at Amalgam like, I guess that could work. I mean, I didn't think of it that way.
It's much more reliable on a super large scale than using parts.
I guess. Like, he's not really like understanding, but it's like he's trying to understand.
Yeah, and Amalgam is just gonna like go off on a like semi lecture of carbon capture and why plants
This
are really
guy is gonna just sit and nod, basically.
So I suppose if
Sorry, what?
If Dallas has gone off to the terminal and we've gone off to the thing, I'm just gonna be sort of like leaning into Clemine like, seems like they're real smart. Have you seen the kid anywhere?
No, have I? I don't think I've seen a small boy, the same small boy, have I?
No, you haven't seen a small boy or anything like that. You've seen kids walking around.
Hey, no, it's not a small boy. It's a small girl, Telemachus. Hang on a minute. Maybe have I got anything? Have I got a picture of her or anything? Or do I have like a?
I was going to say, does he have a picture that I could see?
Would Blister have a picture of Telemachus? Like, is there a picture of him, Telemachus, and Alara on the death-defying planet running away? Like I don't know.
Probably not so much. I'm more thinking if there was maybe like, I don't know, a ship's register or something that.
You can have like a
almost certainly wouldn't have had
it up that Telemachus would have probably created herself.
She might have registered herself to the ship.
She
Yeah,
would have
that'll
registered herself and done it. And you can show this to Clemine. And Clamine, you see just like a portrait, like shoulder length of a small smiling girl with big blonde curly bushy hair tied up into like a ponytail.
That's the one.
No, I haven't seen her that I can recall.
Aye. Alright, well,
Do you maybe want to go off and look with me, and maybe we could find her?
I don't really know. I mean, I tried to get her on the do you know how the comm link works? Because, like, honestly, I usually just shout into a microphone. But the problem is, everyone in 10 miles will hear it.
Do you have... Is there, like, a way of, like, a direct number, like, on a cellular device or a home phone? Or something?
No, there isn't. You're not too sure on how to do it. In fact, roll me an insight, please. Roll an insight.
There, yeah.
Sorry, I rolled 26 today. Okay, 13. So you're not too sure how the comms work or how you can tweak it or anything like that. However, as you were walking around, you noticed that there were lots of groups of children that were going to certain doors and places in groups without adults.
So, like, classrooms almost?
Almost, yeah.
There seems to be a lot of children going into rooms that remind me an awful lot of classrooms.
I don't remember there being many classrooms or this much chemistry on Argo 37. I mean, I did make a still, but that was about it.
Well, I was going to suggest, do the doors have windows on them where we could, like...
Yeah, each one, like, to be honest, most of the doors are open anyway. They're sort of just open doorways. If you step back out into the corridor, you can see down one side it all seems to be chemistry labs, and on the other side it's almost like a classroom-esque type thing.
I kind of want to... I want to walk over and look and see in these rooms if there's any girl matching the description of... I can never remember her name. I'm so sorry. The child.
Telemachus,
yeah.
Telemachus, yeah.
So your character probably wouldn't be familiar with the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, because you don't know who this child is. This is someone Blister has picked up.
Aye, she wasn't on the ship docks.
No.
My bad.
So I look down at Blister. I'm like, let's go look in these rooms and see if maybe she's in there. We gotta at least start somewhere while he's looking through the registry.
And whilst he is looking for the registry, Dallas, your password works. It works exactly the same as it does on your Argo 37, albeit smaller and very, very different. What are you looking for?
Well, first thing that I'd look for is to see if I can see what kind of clearances and authorizations I have on this ship.
You have pretty standard. You can notice there's some which can only be cleared by like captains and commanders and things like that. You can see a layout of the ship, if anything. Like a standard.
I'm gonna try and give myself a captain level authorization using hacking.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, look. Yeah, you give yourself sort of not the top level commander, but you've got now second sections, and you can see on the map suddenly this whole other level opens up to you that you didn't see before on this map. Mm-hmm. You don't have access, but there is basically a restricted zone, a whole level of this ship.
And can I see a way to access it, even if it is restricted?
You can't see a way to access it, but you are now aware that there is a level 48.
Level 48. All right. And I'm gonna try and look through any logs of collecting anything, anything that's been brought onto the ship in the past week.
You can see like debris and standard things that have been found and cleared that have been brought onto the ship. You can see it looks like maybe they've been somewhere and collected some organic material. There doesn't seem to be a record of people or anything like that.
Okay, and then I'm going to check a personnel registry for Telemachus and Alara.
There is a list of Telemachus. There are about 12 Telemachus on here.
Can I see which one was added most recently?
All of them.
Oh, all of them. Okay, and what about Alara?
There is no Lieutenant Alara.
Okay, and can I see where all of these Telemachuses stay?
They are currently all in classrooms, it says they're in their education systems for the day.
Okay, and I guess I'll mark on the map where each classroom is, and then, download the map onto my personal console, and also just the map of the whole ship, really, and so that I can have level 48, and then I'll log out and walk out as Amalgam is continuing to discuss the futility of biology with this scientist.
Well, you notice that Clamine and Blister are no longer in the room. They've sort of walked down the corridor. And so is Blister and Clamine, you peering into these around these doors and having a look? Because there are other people doing that as well.
Oh, yeah, I think that'll be our best bet, don't you reckon? I mean, if we just look in all these classrooms, she was a real smart Telemachus, so she's likely to be somewhere like a classroom. We'll look through the windows, I reckon we'll find her.
I'm assuming I'm gonna come in right at this point.
You can see them further down the corridor as they start looking in some of these classrooms.
Blister, I've got some relevant information.
We're undercover, you can't just sneak up online like that, man. You scared the hell out of me.
Well, there's 12 Telemachuses on this ship. It was 12, right?
Yeah, 12.
There's 12 Telemachuses on this ship.
12 Telemachai.
Something like that. Well, now I've marked on this map, and I'm gonna pull up like a projection of the map. This classroom, this classroom, this classroom, this classroom. They're divided between. Additionally, and then I'm gonna zoom in and there show like the restricted level, 48. Additionally, we have a hidden level on this ship that there's seemingly no way to get onto. And then before anyone can really, see that might be passing, I'm gonna shut it back down. So it looks like we've got a few areas we can search for this Alara and Telemachus.
Are any of the Telemachai on the hidden level?
No, not that was registered, but might be worth checking out these classrooms first. And I think regardless of what we find in the classrooms, we probably need to go to the hidden level right after that.
What do we need to go there for? Surely we just get the Telemachus and then get out.
What about the lady Alara?
Oh, she just sort of vanished in front of me, right? I asked my DM. She just sort of vanished in front of me. She'll be back.
Yeah, she might be back, but well, what if she reappeared on level 48?
What if she got beamed up like in the old Star Trek things?
Yeah, there could be a Scotty on this ship.
Oh God, we'll have to find him and kill him.
My thoughts exactly.
The way that he portrays the Scottish accent on a regular sci-fi thing like that, it's terrible. It makes us sound awful.
Yeah, I mean, real Scotties, they rhyme on the regular, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Yeah, there's a couple of people looking at you. One of a little child walks past and is like, "Boo!" every time you miss a rhyme. Thank you, Wild Magic Surge. And Amalgam, you've noticed as you're having this debate with this human.
Yeah, no. So
everyone's gone.
we've moved on from carbon capture now, and Amalgam is explaining how to generate free vacuum energy using teleportation crystals.
Yep, you can do that.
Yep.
This guy looks so tired, that you're here. He's like, oh God, he's trying to be really polite that you're here.
Everyone is gone. I think my distraction worked. I'm going to go now.
What? Like, it's as you sort of turn and sort of gloop out. He's like, what? Like,
Oh.
and you sort of, as I said, gloop into the corridor, and you see the three of them chatting.
Yeah, and Amalgam like walks up next to Dallas, like pseudopodding his way along. Like makes himself as tall as Dallas, and then shapes their head into a cowboy hat.
Oh, the cat will hiss at you. If you do that, the cat
Yeah.
will sort of hiss at you. And I mean, you look into one of the classrooms, and from the image of Telemachus, you don't see Telemachus, though you see a boy that looks very similar, a boy with big curly blonde hair, same sort of features, and he's just sat looking at this board and this screen where he's being taught.
Does Telemachus have a brother? I asked Blister. Sorry.
No, there was all sorts of weird things going on where we were getting duplicated into different things.
I point into the room. Does that look like her?
It looks like one of the Telemachai, but that's not ours, I don't think.
Can you, Blister, actually, can you all roll a perception check for me, please?
No, can't roll for shit.
Okay.
I see nothing.
I got a nat 20.
We're all like looking at our shoes, and like Dallas is
Yeah, you're
walking around with
gone,
a third
oh,
eye glowing on his forehead.
Like, Dallas notices that Orange is sort of making funny sort of like noises across, and you can down the corridor you can see an adult come out holding a child by the arm, just like what did I say? Detention. And he just sort of like drags this kid that's kicking, just like, screw you, like really fighting it as she gets shoved into this room. And this is a girl with big blonde bushy curly hair, and she's sort of like having a go at this person. She gets chucked into this room, and what
I'm
you
just gonna,
is the teacher walks out, it's just like, for God's sake, and goes back into the classroom.
as this was happening, could I have grabbed Blister's head and pointed it at?
Yeah, literally, you could just go look.
Oh, aye, that could be her. Yes, yeah, causing trouble.
All right, let's head that way. Let's
Alright.
see what this detention is.
So we kill the teacher, get Telemachus, then get to get to the hidden level.
Oh, I have an idea real quick. Is there a console in the hallway at all?
Not really. There's lots of panels, like information sort of things as to where things are. But otherwise, that's about it.
Okay. I won't worry about it then. We'll just head to the detention area.
Okay, you walk over there, and this is a closed door, but there is a window in it, and you can see a very stern-looking woman sat behind a desk with a couple of kids, like with their heads like down on the desk. Some of them are scribbling and writing, and you can see what you can assume is Telemachus at the back, and she's got out what looks like some sort of electronic device, and she's like tinkering with it. And every now and again, the teacher lifts up, and you can just hear her go, Telemachus, like that, and she just ignores this person.
That's me,
Oh,
girl.
stubborn streak there.
Aye.
The door is currently closed.
Okay.
Can we? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, clearly this teacher could be a problem. And that's your Telemachus, correct, Blister?
Aye, that's my Telemachus right there. Yeah, the one tinkering and things and not listening to the teacher doing me proud.
All right. So there's a number of ways we could do this. We could do some social engineering. We could create a distraction to draw the teacher out while we extract Telemachus. Alternatively, I could initiate a kernel panic within the ship's systems and cause an internal fatal error within the ship's operating software. Leading
Is this
to,
how you see the world? You look at the world and you think, I can compute at that.
Seems to be, doesn't it? Now look,
I mean-
I've got a massive cannon, Dallas. I could just blow a hole in something and everyone would freak out.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I
now
don't
you blow
think
a
that would
hole.
be a good idea, Blister. That's
You
that's
blow a hole
quite
in this ship.
Titanic.
Ah,
Yeah.
This ship's massive. This one won't go down. I've blown holes in Argo like 3 times.
The issue more lies in the fact that well, you see, you do that, and all eyes are going to be on us. We crash the computer systems, no eyes are on us. We distract the teacher, no eyes are on us.
I find it unlikely you can crash an entire computer system on an entire spaceship. Also, that would be a bad idea because then we'd lose life support.
Well, you ever heard of Park Industries back on Earth?
No, I haven't even heard of an Earth.
Well, let's just say I'm known on Earth for making a thing or two.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Out of sort of where I'm
I look
nearly
at
from.
Dallas.
Presumably this thing has an AI, like your ship has an AI.
Oh
And
yeah.
like I have an AI right here, and then a cowgirl hologram pops up, and hello.
Is there a way you could just crash this floor and not any other floor?
I'm sure I could handle that. Simple enough.
I wonder
just
if
have to-
this Argo would
why
take
don't you
commands.
just- Use words.
says Mr. Chemistry over here.
I distracted that man for a whole 25 minutes.
Oh, I am not complaining about the distraction. I'm talking about you saying, these words.
Sir, me saying we should go to the chemistry lab got us to the right floor. Coincidence? Maybe. However, it was the right idea.
Oh, fair enough. Well, yeah, I can isolate the servers on this floor and attempt to crash them if y'all are amenable to that situation.
Alright.
Can you
Like-
kill it just power and lights? Not
Yeah.
the whole life system support?
Oh,
Where
I
we
had no
float off
intention of.
into nothingness?
Oh well, I would imagine that the life support system is on a more ship-wide system.
I have
rather
a
than on
question.
order format. Well, yes,
We're in space.
yes, we are in a ship with.
Why are we have gravity?
There is artificial gravity.
You can do that?
Yes, there's a number of miracles of science and technology that have been developed over the years.
Alright, I've got a great idea. Great idea. Amalgam, you fed this one to me. This is great. I was sort of thinking, why don't we just set off the fire alarm and get all the sprinklers going? But, double whammy. Why don't we set off the sprinklers and then get rid of the gravity too? So all you got is just water just floating around in space. And
I see that being bad for Amalgam. Considering
See-
he's a jelly blob, he would probably break apart into a million
I don't
pieces
have
the way.
traction.
Hey, but it'll be zero gravity. You could just. I mean, you're a
No,
single.
I could float.
Yeah, you'll be fine, right? You can
Alright.
shape yourself. You could turn yourself into a manta ray or something and just go through space.
All right, so here's what I propose, Blister. Now, we don't want to lose track of Telemachus, so we need to have someone watch out for her. I think Amalgam, who's quite adept at distraction, should come with me to the lab and distract that scientist again, the biologist, and I'll slip on.
Oh no, that won't work.
No?
No,
You can't find something else to talk to him about for 10, 15?
no, they won't talk to me anymore. I told them I was distracting them.
You told him you were distracted him.
Yes. Was I not supposed to do that?
No, you don't. Oh, all right. Let's find.
But I was finished.
Can we just set off the fire alarm and when everyone comes out of the room, just grab Telemachus and
So
go?
you say that, and Amalgam just like pulls something from inside of their body, and it is a small alchemical bomb, and he throws it on the
No.
Okay, hang on. So have you just thrown a bomb effectively down this corridor?
Yeah,
This is the
like
same.
to somewhere where there are people standing.
It's alright, I know exactly how we can make this believable. Magic Mike. Fire! Fire everyone! There's a fire on the ship!
Yeah, you do that, and this, like, almost like grenade type thing rolls down, and just everyone looks at it and screams and runs as it goes bang. And you feel like this whole level rock slightly. And
Everyone in 10 miles will have heard my fire shouts.
yeah. The whole ship goes into absolute panic. You can hear screams, you can hear running, you can hear people running up to the level to try and sort out whatever this problem is. It's not like absolute panic, terrified screams, because they're probably used to having a couple of fires, but people are evacuating this level, and the door opens to the detention unit, and this teacher starts filing children out. And as you do this, you can see, Telemachus doesn't see you, but you can see her trying to get away from this group.
Flister, grab her.
Hey.
I whisper.
My words exactly.
I'll
And this
wait.
is chaos. Like, there are people shoving past you, trying to get in the way.
I'll grab her the only way I knew how. I'll grab my guitar, I'll play a chord, and just shout, Telemachus! Giving her bardic inspiration, but hopefully also giving her attention.
Like, she freezes where she is and just turns and looks at Blister. So, and then just runs and basically wraps her arms around Trace and just hugs you. It's like, oh my god, you're here!
Alright, no need for a big show. Careful, I'm packing
You're
a
the
massive
real one!
cannon.
Like, she pushes off, are you the real one? And just starts jabbing you and scanning you and all this sort of thing.
Let's put it this way, I tried to make fish for breakfast this morning. I thought I'd make fish pops, sort of like my twist on Cocoa Pops. But instead of chocolate, you put mackerel in it, and then try and pop the rice. And I added milk, and it didn't go so well. Does that tell you who I am?
Blister, that's disgusting.
Alright, but you know who I am now.
Okay, and she sort of like stands and stares at you. Did you get my message? Did you hear me shouting? Did you see me writing?
Yeah, I saw you writing. You were saying, like, hello, I don't like the dark. I don't see it being dark here.
Like, and she's... It's crazy, And then she looks over at the rest of you. Dallas has sort of started to walk probably into the classroom, but she's looking at the rest of you like, who are you? Where's Alara?
Alara, no, don't you panic. Don't you panic at all. Alara, don't, no, see, that's exactly what you shouldn't do. You see, Alara sort of went missing.
What?
Only a little bit.
Well, what's a little bit?
Well, she sort of disappeared in front of my eyes. But we reckon she's probably on the hidden level on this ship. Now, Telemachus, I know this is no news to you because you're a smart kid. You probably already know about it. But we need to find an entryway. And this man here, he knows all about computers. How do I refer to you, Amalgam? What are you? I don't want to just call you a blob. It feels rude.
Technically, I am a single-celled amoeboid.
Silly man.
This single-celled amoeboid person.
Hi.
They know lots about chemistry and distraction.
You're quite cool. Like, she's looking at it as the way you sort of just continuously flow.
My body temperature is actually the same as yours.
Wow. You mind if we talk about this when we get back? I'd like to chat a bit more.
I could see
like,
you two
just
getting on.
distracted.
And this one here, this is Clamine. Now, you used to wear the Big Daddy armor.
Yeah, I'm still in the Big Daddy armor.
She's a
I
bit...
guess I could take my helmet off, I guess.
Oh no, it's
just so
fine.
that-
I know exactly how to allay her face. She's a bit like Alara, where she's got the big suit, and then she takes off the suit, and she's alright on the inside, but then she looks real scary. You know the deal.
Oh, hi. Like, bear in mind, there's still chaos going on around you.
And we need to get the kid and go before someone catches on. That Jelly Boy threw a bomb.
That was you?
Or Jelly Girl, I'm sorry.
Well, who's that? And points to, like, Dallas. Dallas, what are you doing?
Well, I'm currently on the computer logged back onto my access, and I'm in the process of turning off the artificial gravity, the security cameras, unlocking the doors turning off main lights while attempting to leave on the backup lights, and then if I still have time, attempting to initiate a kernel panic within the AI to crash it.
You can't quite crash it, but you access like the gravity, and all of you suddenly feel like you're just rising up a little bit as your feet leave the floor. Now, Amalgam, you sort of almost like just become this really weird mass.
Yeah. Amalgam is just like, what? What did I say about the gravity? Ah!
Oh no.
Oh god.
Like,
hang on a minute.
Like, you started to drift along the corridor.
Hang on a minute though. If you're a single-celled, can't you just? You're not gonna drift apart or nothing, so you'll be all right, won't you? You can just float.
Yes, but I just can't go anywhere.
Telemachus, come up with something smart, clever.
And like she sort of starts rooting around, and she pulls out her bobble hat, and just jams that on her head and starts like digging back around the pockets, and she finds just like this. It's like a glass tube, and she twists it and puts it up by Amalgam and just sucks them into it and closes it again. It's like, there we go. And like Amalgam, you're effectively in this glass tube as Telemachus starts floating across.
I just imagine eyes and a mouth pressed against the
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah, it's eyes
like you
and a mouth
go up to the
and
glass
a
and
gun
you your face.
and a stun baton
Yeah.
and like 15 grenades.
Yeah, like, it's just like this colourful mass. And Telemachus is holding on to you as she starts to drift. You all start to drift up. So Blister, you too, and Dallas, you can, and your cat starts hovering off of your shoulders.
Do you know what I think we need? We need some sort of like Batman-style grappling hook. That'd make space travel a lot quicker, I think. You know what I mean? You just...
You mean one of these?
You're like go gadget cowboy or something. You got everything.
Yeah, you know, some people like to call me a gadgeteer. You know.
I know what you mean. Some people like to call me Space Cowboy.
I think we know who the real space cowboy is. Here.
Some people like to call me
Boris.
I mean, you're sort of, as much as the gravity's affecting you in your huge sort of suit, because you're very big, you don't go too far. You're quite sort of almost the width of the corridor at this point, so you've sort of almost got, not stuck, but you can hold on to either side of the wall to keep yourself still.
Hey, let's get over to this area 51 or whatever you said it was.
Was I able to do the other things as well? The turning off security, unlocking doors, etc.
You can't seem to do all of it, but on most of the easy levels, everything starts to open.
Okay. Well,
Is there a way we can get to a lift to get? No. What level are we going to again? 51.
No, we're gonna go to 48.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
Blister
Blister's
calling it Area 51.
he's thinking about Earth again. Well, here, Blister, take this. I've got the jetpack. I don't need the grappling hook. Telemachus, you've been on the ship a minute. You heard anything or seen anything about this secret level?
No, but I've got someone who's definitely been up there. Hang on. And like she's sort of trying to swim towards a comm system, and you see her plug in some numbers and almost call someone up, and almost immediately another lift comes up and a woman steps out, sort of again still like floating a little bit. She's like, what happened to the gravity on this level?
Nothing. We're not going to talk about that right now. Look, we're trying to get to...
No, wait, who are you?
Hang on a minute. We've got a serious problem here, alright? The neutrinos are mutating, alright? And all of the gravity cells have evolved. And now they're working upside down.
Malcolm, can you do the...
Oh no, Malcolm's in the tube.
I agree. That's exactly what happened. The evolving neutrino gravity particle. It's the whole problem.
Yes.
Mister, calm down. Like, this woman is staring at you.
Who is it? Do I recognize her?
This is the older Telemachus.
Oh, it's you. Oh dear. Now, Telemachus, this is all
Telemachus, come here. And she sort of holds her hand out to basically her younger self. And she runs over, or swims over to her. Can we restore the gravity? Just because I don't know how. I know you. There's no one on this level now. Everyone has evacuated through just the chaos that is.
Telemachus, I'm having some problems here. I need to find Alara, get my Telemachus back to the ship. I'm sorry, older Telemachus, but I'm fairly sure we don't belong in the same timeline together.
No, we don't. Not at all.
So you're not really my priority. I just want to get off the ship.
That's fine. If you can get her off, it's absolutely fine. Just...
What about this Alara?
I haven't found her, but I found registers of her on the ship. There's a level 48 or something. Apparently it's a lab.
That's what I'm looking for, is level 48.
It's a lab. We need to... I don't know. We can get up there. And... What is that? Like, she looks at younger Telemachus holding this tube of goo, effectively. And older Telemachus starts plugging in some things into the system, and you all drop to the floor as the gravity returns. And the younger Telemachus unscrews the top of this bottle and basically just pours you out.
Yeah. And Amalgam like stands back up and like shakes out their body. And is like, hang on a second. You are you, and you are you. Like he's pointing
smart.
At
the young one that's like, he's smart.
Thank you to our stream boss who donates a nat 20 to Amalgam.
No.
And Amalgam is like, are we dealing with some kind of temporal problem?
No, that's what I said earlier.
I've got a headache, if that's what you mean.
I mean, yes, this is paradoxes are generally headache-inducing.
Do I taste copper?
No, you do not. And the two Telemachus are just sort of staring at Amalgam like, right, okay.
You two shouldn't be standing next together. That's an incredibly dangerous temporal time loop capable of happening right here. You could form a black hole just by touching.
I could form a black hole just by pulling this trigger.
Yeah, can we not do that? Like, do you remember what happened one time? Hey?
No, Amalgam, I thought you said you didn't watch movies. That the whole paradox touching thing, it's a sci-fi nonsense.
No, it's actual science.
Well, you saw that.
Can we not argue about this and go save your friend? I just foresee this becoming a 20-minute conversation of fluxes and atomic bombs going off. We'll discuss that later back home. Let's go get the lady.
So Telemachus sort of looks, she's like, okay, I like her. Now let's go. And runs back to one of the lifts. Are you coming?
Yes.
I'm following.
Mm-hmm.
She said, the security have already been notified, and she pops up a screen, and you can see about 10 to 20 people, like soldiers, running along one of the corridors. In, now. Like, and she's sort of almost pulling you all in, and then she sees a cat, and she's like, I think this is yours, and like shove it onto Dallas. And you hear like lots of footsteps, and you can see some soldiers around the corner as she slams on the button. And you all feel your stomachs drop again as you shoot upwards. Now, this goes on for like 5 minutes as you keep on going. And you stop at this level. It opens.
What are you shushing us for, Telemachus?
You're in a dark corridor, pitch black. And young Telemachus is actually sort of holding on to Blister at this point, sort of just holding on to like his sleeve. As she like cracks one of the light crystals, like a glow stick, and starts looking up.
Pull up my scanner and analyze. Detects the presence, number, and type of technological devices within 30 feet, and whether or not a unique construct or device has been present in the area within the last hour.
This level is a mass of technology. Like, it's almost deafening at how much is on here. But at the moment, you are currently in a dark corridor. And you can see the classic Hazard yellow and black striped lines across the corridor, walls, floors, and everything.
All right. Pull out my flashlight and illuminate the area.
And Telemachus holds up like her glow crystal and is hovering it around and looking. And you can see the corridor goes round a corner.
So Telemachus, tell me, how did you get on this ship?
I don't know. Someone grabbed me and then I woke up here.
Fair enough. Well,
And then all of you hear like a high-pitched scream.
I'm gonna head towards the scream.
put my armor on, and then follow.
You hear this high-pitched scream, and Telemachus stops, both of them. And they freeze up. That's my voice.
Yeah, well, we've come to realise that there's about 14 of you about this point.
No. Look. And she points out and around the corner. Blister, this will be very memorable for you. You see your Telemachus, like almost like a hologram of her, being dragged around the corner into darkness by this person in a spacesuit.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Telemachus, what happened then?
I don't remember.
I'm going to draw my smaller pistol.
My smaller pistol.
I'm currently got the cannon stuffed up my shirt, like pretending I'm pregnant. That's how I've been. Like, that's how I've been smuggling it. Like I draw my other pistol. Do we follow it?
I say we follow it.
That's the best way to get down to what's going on.
And you step into this dark corridor. And again, you get this weird sense that you've been here before. And you look around in the darkness. Are you all opening up, like you've probably all got like one of those emergency sort of glow crystals, which you can snap and have a look. It doesn't give you a load of light, but you can see it.
I've got my flashlight that I'm waving around.
My aqua suit allows me to see without hindrance.
Yeah, then that's fine then. You can see that this is a dark room. I'd say almost like it's picking up it in a very dull light. That's what you can see. And you can see a dead end of one of the ends of the corridor. And there is someone in a spacesuit just standing there.
There's a guy at the end of the hallway. He's just standing there. What should we do?
Oh, I'm voting to shoot him right now.
No, don't shoot right away. I yell hello.
There is no response.
Is there a way to tell a race of any kind? A telltale sign of like if it's like. TV?
I have, from my background, I have xenobiology. So whenever I encounter a new strange creature that I haven't seen before, I'm able to make a few observations and deductions about them, such as how dangerous they might be and what weakness they might have.
Well, Clemene, you will look at it and you will see this is a fairly humanoid shape. She, like, this suit doesn't seem to be any bizarre shape. It's very standard. It's arms, legs, helmet, almost like a really classic spacesuit shape. An amalgam, you can't detect anything on this, but you feel like you know this. This isn't something brand new to you.
Does anybody know what this is?
I'm gonna take a peek at my scanner. Is it technology?
No, it doesn't
No.
seem to be.
Okay.
Is there anybody in the suit? Or does it look like it's just an empty suit?
It looks like there's someone in the suit. And is it just standing, staring at you?
Alright, now look, I'm saying we just open fire. None of us can get a
No,
read on it.
if you open fire, we could engage battle. Do you really want to fight in a dark corridor against something we don't know what it is?
I realise I'm packing a singularity emitter on me right now. It's like
You
the...
what? And young Telemachus looks at you and is just like, you brought that with you?
You
So
won't-
you remember what happened last time?
I thought you were in trouble.
Yeah, but I had to blow a hole in the ship.
Aye, that's what I thought.
No, just no. Like, and she sort of like pushes it down, like.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk forward in my suit and see what this thing does as I walk forward.
As you walk towards it, it starts to walk towards you.
Excuse me, who are you?
And it stops. And it holds out a hand like that, almost telling you to stop.
Is it vaguely
take-
the same shape as Dallas?
It's probably around the same sort of height, but I wouldn't necessarily say shape. It's that sort of height.
I want to roll insight to see if this is like, is this a warning? Like, hey, if you come close, any closer, it's dangerous, or is this a like threat?
Okay. Okay, so you're looking at this, and you don't feel threatened by this. This is almost like a don't come any closer sort of thing. Probably more for them rather than for anything else.
I'm gonna just put my hands up like, why?
And it continues to walk forward and pushes past you.
As it does, I'm gonna try and grab the helmet off of it.
It is okay. Roll a strength for me.
Oh no.
It is secured on, and as you try and grab it and pull it, it doesn't react in an angry manner. I think it literally just turns to look at you.
Okay, I'm an interpreter as my background. Is there a way I can start speaking multiple different languages to see if any of them click to where it will start responding to me?
I think you could. I think I wouldn't necessarily say it's down to languages, but I will let you be able to communicate with it, and it will probably communicate back. So whether you want to do it through symbols or you want to just chat.
Okay, well, I have a phrase book, so I'm going to pull it up on my little display, and I'm going to start cycling through every form of who are you that I have to see if any of them light up, and it will respond to that accordingly.
As you do this, you cycle through quite quickly, and then you notice it's just nodding to every single language you bring up.
Okay, so it's got multiple languages.
Also understands all of them but can't speak none. Has it not got a tongue? Amalgam, maybe you can help with this, because you've not got a tongue either, right? Maybe you can give it a quick crash course on how to speak without a tongue.
As you
mean-
say this, it turns and looks at Blister
Oh, hello.
and points a finger at you.
This is all very
I'm-
strange.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Alright then, pal. Come on, if you wanna do this, let's get that helmet off and see where you are.
It walks past you.
You can't point at me and walk past me. That's just rude.
It pushes past all of you and starts to walk down the corridor. And as it walks past, you hear that scream again, as almost like a hologram of the young Telemachus is dragged around the corner for a second time. And you can see that your actual Telemachus is like holding onto Blister, like gradually like grabbing his sleeve constantly. An older Telemachus stands next to Dallas. I don't know what this is.
Well, I think we're about to find out. And I'm gonna the armor around my hands is going to form into a giant maul that has rocket propulsion on the back of it, and I'm just going to fly at the spacesuit and take a swing.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right heart. Right heart. Yeah.
Roll an attack for me, please.
All right. Let's see if I installed this correctly, because this should be using my intelligence instead of my... Yeah, it works. So 13.
Okay, on a 13, you miss, but it sort of like grazes, like clips the shoulder. It grazes past the shoulder, and you can see it jolts and it stops.
All right. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to have a defense drone pop out from the back shoulder of my armor, and it's going to take a shot at this guy as well.
I feel like we should be rolling initiative.
I was about to say, after this, we'll roll initiative.
Oh, whoops. Have to type this in manually because I didn't program this one. There we go. Natural 20.
Nat 20. So it takes a fire and it shoots, and this astronaut falls to its knees and falls down.
All right. I'm going to take off the helmet.
There's nothing in there.
I was wondering if it was a ghost. Like a ghost in the shell, almost.
Well, this is quite an intriguing anomaly that we're dealing with right here.
Alright, now... If when we destroy the ship, then there won't be any ghosts or nothing, right?
No.
Yeah, but there won't be an us either.
You can't destroy the ship. There's people on it.
But are
That
they
too.
really people?
And
Yes, like the older Telemachus is like, yes.
if this is truly a ghost that we're dealing with, I mean, if we explode this ship, it could just slip off into the ethereal plane for a minute and be right back.
It could end up on our ship.
Yep, it could.
It was already on our ship, that's how it got here.
Yeah. What if that ship becomes its permanent home?
Alright, so...
What if our ship is a ghost?
I don't think so.
I'm just... you could just see the Big Daddy head going...
So, well, I guess let's just carry on down this hallway and hopefully we can find some answers.
So is this Area 51?
It's 48, but
I think this is Area 51 in space at this point.
Alright. Well, there's got to be like a great big spaceship or something somewhere that everyone's researching or something.
We're on the spaceship.
But they're on the great big spaceship, and
well,
But you know what I mean? Some sort of like technology from the future.
regardless of what this level
like
is,
limitless M&Ms.
we're not going to solve that here debating it. We got to go further to find answers.
I agree. Walk and talk,
Oh.
walk and talk.
The girl that was drug around the corner, that was a hologram, correct?
Yeah, it's almost like a ghostly image. Like it is a hologram though, like that you can see static.
Was it behind us or in front of us?
It was, so you're in a long corridor, and then there's a corridor that goes off to the right, and you saw her being dragged around that corridor, and you guys have stepped out. And
So this
then
was-
the other end of the corridor, the opposite, was where the space suit was.
I'm gonna head towards where the hologram was, and I tell them, we don't know what else to do. I'm gonna go check out what this hologram is. Anyone who wants to come with me can come with me. If not, stay here. And I just start walking.
And I follow along.
Yeah.
And so this was definitely a technological hologram, not like a temporal anomaly vision thing.
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's got the image of a hologram. It's that static sort of pixelated
Okay.
Help
thing.
me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
Clamine, as you walk around the corner, you see this sort of vision of Telemachus being dragged and then disappearing into nothingness, but it's on repeat over and over and over again before it stops completely. And you are in a corridor, again pretty dark, however there's like a flickering red light, like it looks like maybe one of the alarm lights that's just not working properly. And there are a couple of doors, one on either side of the corridors.
I look over at Dallas. Left or right?
Well, you know, I lean to the right, so let's go there.
Okay. Start going right.
And what about Blister? Blister, what are you doing?
I mean, at this point, I've got no clue. I'll just follow what everyone else is doing. I'm waiting to see the great big, Area 51 alien. Gotta be
He
around
wants
here
to see
somewhere.
the giant half-saucer ship floating with all the techno lights flashing.
That's what I've got my eye open for.
Amalgam
What
or
about Amalgam? What is Amalgam doing?
We've dropped a ton of frames. There we go, we're back.
I think Amalgam has dropped back and is like walking next to like the older Telemachus. It's
She's like looking at you, and she's got younger Telemachus is currently with Blister, so she's looking down at you like.
I can imagine older Chalmus is kind of like, can I poke it?
So are you from the future or are we from the past?
I don't know. I'm assuming
Or
lines have crossed.
Or are we from the future and you're from the past, but we've gone so far in the past that you were actually in your past and you're in our future?
And she looks at you and blinks a couple of times. She said, probably.
I knew it.
And she sort of smiles.
I again
Don't
smell
you
copper
already know
in
what
the-
happened?
Do I know what happened?
Like now, like because you're older, you've already lived through it, right?
I've never seen this before in my life.
Oh.
What if the future and the past are the same thing?
Time is not always consistent. It is not a straight line.
Knew it.
That's what I've learned lately.
We're on the never ending.
Yes, it's kind of like flowy wowy.
Or
I
wibbly
know
like
wobbly.
you.
Yes. Well, you should try and remember.
This?
Yes.
I don't think I'll be forgetting it for a while.
Anyway, where are we headed to? Let's try and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
And so Clamine and Dallas have headed towards the door on the right-hand side. It is locked. But there is a panel.
I'm gonna try and use my access code.
Computer it? You're gonna computer it.
Yes, I'm gonna computer it.
You type in your password and nothing happens.
I type in my password. It's 0000.
Nothing happens.
Well, let me try this. And I'm going to cast Technomancy.
Mm-hmm.
And let me pull up that description for you real quick. Do.
Okay. Okay. So I say, what you do on this, you plug some of these, like you've got this little device that you plug in, and as you do, you see the scanner on the top and the buttons underneath. It scans on its own. It remembers a print that's there, like you have created almost like a copy, and the buttons start to press in on themselves like a memory, and the door opens. You're in a huge room, and it is full of cryo chambers that seem to reach almost further than you can see.
What?
Close.
Why don't we just open all of them?
Wait. I was just going to say, is there a terminal inside there that we can look up to see possibly who's in all these cryo tubes?
All these cryo tubes are clear, so you can either have a look and then log as well, or...
Well, because I was going to say, I wonder this out loud, I wonder if she's frozen in one of these tubes.
I guarantee she's frozen in every single one of these tubes.
I walk up, and I don't know if there's any condensation on the outside or not, so I scrape off one to see what's inside there.
Asleep in this chamber with like the sort of frost sort of coolest of thing is Dallas.
Son of a bitch.
It's you! I walk to the next one, scrape it off.
It's Dallas.
It's you again!
And as you go along these cryo chambers, you see many Dallas, you see many Amalgam, and many Shamim. And there's other people you don't recognize.
It's us.
And you also see...
No, this can't be. I'm unique. I'm special.
Well, apparently not.
There's a lot of other people in here you don't recognize.
How can you tell they're me? We do not have distinguishing features. I refuse to say that they're actually me. They're different people.
Amalgam, you know it's you. You're not happy about it.
I know it's me. I am telling everyone else it's not.
Yeah, oh no, I know.
We're in denial!
Is there a console around here?
There are some screens. They look to be monitoring like life signs and things like that.
I'm gonna try and see if maybe I can access some lab notes.
Oh, it's open. It's up.
Yeah.
It's all there. And it just shows a list of multiple people over and over.
Control F, Alara.
Control F, Alara. There's no Alara in here at all.
What about just trying Lieutenant?
Yeah, I'll try Lieutenant.
You try Lieutenant, and over 100 names come up with other names either side.
Jane Doe.
There's no Jane Doe.
Unnamed female. Just like trying unidentified. Trying different search queries like that.
You've got an unidentified popped up, but it does have a name next to it, like not a name of a person. And it's not in this lab. But Project E is somewhere.
Well, I found a Project E. Looks like it might be on this floor, but it's not in this godforsaken room.
I don't think it's a time for party drugs.
No, not Daddy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Daddy can and does in fact make quite a party. But no, I think this might be Alara.
You hear footsteps from the other end of the room. And you hear and like a clip, like as they tap on some things, as they're looking around, and a person in a lab coat. A tall, tiefling-esque person with bright red skin, just tapping on each one. and
I'm
holds
going-
out something in their hand, but they're quite far away, and puts it back in his pocket as it starts tapping on the screens.
I'm gonna wake up all the blisters.
There are no blisters in here.
Oh, there's no blisters. Okay. Damn it.
Don't worry, you can just wake up this blister. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna draw my Magnus and just like go and march up to this person with intent to start hostile negotiations.
You storm towards this person who is on the tapping on the screen. Doesn't look at you or anything. Says, "Hi, Blister."
Oh, look here, pal! Hurry, I've had enough! Where's the ladder? I'm gonna try and like thrust the gun in his face. I can roll intimidation if you like.
You can if you want.
Oh dear.
When roll 20 will work.
This thing looks at you and smiles. Haven't seen you in a while.
What do you mean? You haven't seen me in a while? No, look, you're missing the point. Where's the ladder?
You made us make some weird dishes on that planet. You mean your wife? You tricked us. You ran away.
Hey, you were gonna sacrifice me to your god.
Been a while. I knew you'd turn up eventually.
I walk up behind Blister and I ask, Blister, do you know who this is?
Yes, if Alara was with us right now, this would be the point where I say abort mission and we all run.
I'm waking up all of the tubes in here.
I am 100% stopping you from doing that.
Do not oik anyone up in here. If
I
there's
can see
anything-
the two in the background arguing
Yeah,
about
you're both
temporal-
like over the screen, like trying to.
He's trying to wake him
Like,
up.
I will just.
Amalgam's going,
Google-
no, black holes! We'll have 1,000 black holes here if you wake up and touch the Taluses!
I'm gonna. Can I roll like sleight of hand to get past him or something?
I was gonna say roll sleight of hand versus either sleight of hand or strength if you're trying to stop him, Amalgam.
That wasn't very good. Is it too late to use my natural 20?
It is, I'm afraid.
Aw.
Normally, if you had 2, I would make you spend 2 to use it after that, but otherwise. So as you do this, all the cryo chambers start going all the way along here, and you see a lot of people stand up or sit up, very dreary, very weak, and all the life sign sort of things start panicking, going all over the place, and they've basically defrosted very quickly rather than how they should have done. And they start shaking and they start panicking. They're all just in simple clothes, and you can see some of them trying to stabilize themselves and keep themselves upright. And they look very like wobbly and dizzy.
That was a mistake.
Where the NPCs hide.
Oh, maybe, but
No, that was a mistake. Nope, no maybes.
You hear a lot of groaning, like, oh, like.
That freezer burns a son of a gun, isn't it? Me.
Here, all you. This asshole has kidnapped you and taken you against your will. Rebel.
But they're not drones.
Like,
I just storm.
a Dallas sits up and
amalgams and.
Dallas sits up and looks at you and says, I'm not taking like orders from no one.
See?
I'm my own person. Like, he's really like all over the place. He sort of almost half falls out of the cryo chamber as he tries to stand up.
You know, I like you. No, absolutely not in order. Just suggestion.
And this
Everyone calm down. Lie back down in your cryopods. This is the test. You have all passed.
I mean, some of them start doing that. Some of them do go, oh, okay, start like laying back down. Not all of them. But Blister, you're stood by the tiefling, and the tiefling doesn't seem to be
You don't
bothered.
look the same. You didn't look like this back on the planet.
No.
Well, what happened? What the bloody hell's a Lara?
Don't know. It's not my division.
What is this ship?
It's where I work.
What does your work entail?
And his head slowly moves over to Clamine. Genetics.
Genetics how?
And sort of frowns at you and then gestures to all of the cryopods with the multiple people in them.
Are you cloning us?
I wouldn't say so. But isn't it nice to have the best version of yourself?
No, I want the version that's me, not the best me.
They are you.
Are we the best version of we?
And it sort of looks over at Amalgam as a, I'm still trying to perfect that one.
I mean, cloning amoeboids is incredibly easy because we do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I could go and clone it right now.
No, don't. I look back at Amalgam. No. No.
I add bits, specialize you.
Now,
And then if you are useful, I use you.
Use
Did
this
you add
how?
this bit?
It just stares blankly at you.
I have this weird bit of cytoplasm where the cilia don't they wiggle in the wrong direction.
Imperfections.
Blister, I think this is a appropriate time for a black hole, if you ask me.
Yeah.
There is never an appropriate time for a black hole.
I do agree. I'm gonna start clicking on I'm gonna reveal the cannon.
Like Telemachus, like both older and younger in sync, just go no. Like,
I'm gonna start clicking the buttons to charge up. And I'm gonna now look here. You got your last chance. Where the
And-
hell is Lara?
See if he can put his hands up. Not my division.
Whose
Whose
division is
division is it? Ooh, got that in
Tell me
stereo.
about Project E.
Project E, making the perfect warrior.
What division? Where is it located?
Okay. There's one more level.
Where?
49?
Project E is on that level. Go through the other door, up. You can't miss it.
Alright, come on, let's get out of here.
I think that we might have a hostage here that is going to kindly guide us through to Project E.
I
As
don't remotely trust this.
you
That's-
say that, a spacesuit steps forward and steps behind this tiefling. You can go on your way. I won't interfere. Not my division. He just sort of smiles. You can take my comms if you want. I'm not going to tattletale on you. I couldn't be asked about what you do. It's not my project. This is my project. And
What's
sort
the
of stares and
spacesuit
looks-
behind you?
I want to kill all the life support to every single one of those tubes and just wipe them out.
Aye, me too. And as we're all walking towards this other door, are we all walking?
I'm not walking yet. Okay, I'm
Okay.
still talking to the. Or is she walking and talking with us?
No, she's standing right where she is with the spacesuit
Mhm.
behind her.
Yeah. What's that spacesuit?
My compensation.
Explain.
No.
Wow, you got told.
And there is a limited time if you want to find Project E before more things start to happen. Just say,
I guess I'll. If everyone else was walking away, I'm just gonna catch up to them.
Yeah, as we're all walking away, though, like, Blister's gonna turn back round, the cannon's still charged, and be like, "Hey, pal, problem is, though, you're trying to make the perfect warrior. She's already fucking perfect." And I'm gonna fire the cannon to hit him and all of the life supports. I want to create a black hole in this room.
Roll for me, please. Good luck. That 20!
Oh, dang.
The what?
It's
a word.
You all who are stood just behind Blister as he turns feel this force, like almost propel you backwards. All of you knock over as this blast fires into the room. You see this tiefling just panic and scream. It sort of tries to run, but there's nowhere to go as this explosion erupts out of this room. You hear lots of screams and shouts of all these clones that are starting to freak out. All the life support starts exploding. All of you make a strength or athletics or dexterity save to hold on so you are not sucked into this huge black hole that suddenly erupts at the end of the room. Oh, Blister. You all managed to hold on. What I'm going to say is that Dallas, you see Blister go
Wait. This is gravity based, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have this. Hold on. Where is it? That.
You choose one. Okay, well,
I literally.
you sort of, I'm guessing, turn on almost like some suction or magnetic type things on your suit, and you slam to the ground. You keep yourself steady. Dallas, you see Blister turning at this point, and you manage to hold on. You grab hold of your cat, Orange, and you hook yourself around something to hold on tight. Now, Amalgam, Telemachus, seeing what's about to happen, has opened this glass tube, grabbed hold of older Telemachus as she gripped her, and sucked you into this tube as you see like yourself starting to be pulled and broken by this sort of suction and force. Blister, you fall, you tumble, but just as you almost get to the black hole, you grab hold of one of the cryo tubes, one of the ones closest to you, and manage to hold on.
It'll probably be quite good, actually, if I rest the gun against the cryo tube. The cold from the cryo tube might, help cool down the gun.
Yeah, you could do that.
Do any of the other clones make it?
They don't. They are weak, they are tired, and they have all been sucked out.
Like sand down the drain.
Damn,
And without anything, you just hear like, and everything's gone, and you lay in a room of utter destruction. Things are like, holes are blown in the wall, there are fires on, there's like water, like the fire alarms are going off, and all these sprays start coming down, and you all get drenched as all the electrics go off. And your cat is incredibly unhappy about this.
We have to leave before the Hawking radiation from... Oh, I guess I wouldn't call it Hawking radiation. I don't. Before the Hawking radiation from that black hole, it emits too many gamma rays and we all get radiation poisoning.
Oh, then we could just turn into the Hulk and run away. Hulk smash.
I mean, Amalgam, are you kidding me? There's something dangerous about black holes. I've literally been using these things to propel myself around space.
Would be.
I mean, yes.
Black hole was around for longer than 6 seconds. And was the size of a normal one. Fortunately, with its limited size and limited existence, it's nominal. Unless maybe you're a single-celled amoeba.
Yes, I mean, well, some of us are single-celled amoebas, Dallas. Not all of us have the pleasure of having organs and specialized cells in our bodies.
Yeah, it's damn nice having an immune system.
I only get one set of DNA. I can't get radiation poisoning.
Understand. Well, other door, Project D, Perfect Warrior.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
You leave this absolute devastation of a room, and you walk into the other room, and there are stairs that go up and up. And as you make your way up the stairs, you walk into a lab. A huge lab with huge tubes. And there are, as Blister will know, lots and lots of Alaras asleep, hovering in these water gel type tubes. Lots of wires connected.
Alright, I
Lots
think
of systems running, lots of screens.
we need to find patient 0.
Yeah.
And Telemachus is looking around like, and going up to one of the glass like tubes and putting her hand on it like,
Alara?
No, Telemachus, a lot of these are gonna be clones. We're gonna need to find some better fucking internet for a start, because the internet keeps dropping. But we're gonna need to find the patient 0. We're going to need to find the one that they're all connected to, the print that they're all made from.
Well,
But they're all Alaras.
she's going to each one.
I'll get to work. And I'm gonna try and access a console in the area.
Yeah, there are a couple, but again, it's just life signatures. It's not anything else, and you don't have clearance at all. This is like the highest level.
Can I attempt to hack it?
You can attempt to hack it. Yeah, you hack it, and you can tell that this lab goes on for a long old while. However, there is a Project E classified room at the very far edge of the lab.
I say we just pick one and go home.
I say we find the right one and go home.
There's a classified room just down this way. I'm sure the Alara that Blister and Telemachus know and love is probably right down there in that room.
Telemachus
I
takes
agree.
off towards the young Telemachus takes off towards this room.
I follow her.
I'm gonna try and keep up.
What about Blister and Amalgam?
Hey, that room seems like as good as anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 old magic surgeries from Blister as well, from Drake Isart.
There you go then. So you're walking sort of fairly cautiously through this lab. It's quite eerie. The lights aren't dull. The main lights are coming from these tubes with these Alaras all sort of suspended in this like gel water. You can see bubbles escaping the nose and mouth as you assume she breathes. All these wires are connected up. And Blister, you feel strange. You feel primal, whether it's because you feel very defensive of Alara. But thank you for that wild magic surge. Wait, Blister starts to think maybe he's a werewolf. Something primal inside him is trying to break out.
I've got a primal rage inside me. I may be stuck in a human form, but I'm a tiger. I'm a werewolf.
And all you're craving right now is steak, which is
Wow.
the other wild magic surge. But you're craving steak and just fresh meat as you feel rage at seeing all of this around.
All right, now Blister. I want you to take the way you're feeling. I mean, it's written all over your face. Gut instinct. Which one is it?
Alice, do I have any insight on this?
What do you mean? Sorry, what are you?
I'm trying to look around and see which. Dallas has just asked me gut instinct which one's Alara.
Yeah, you don't think with your heightened sort of like anger that you don't recognize, like, as much as they all look the same, you're thinking none of these are her. You would know if it was Alara.
Yeah, no, none of these feel right. There's something different about them, something off.
All right. Look around the room. What else is in here?
It is mainly these tubes. However, there seem to be a lot of desks and cupboards with all these like beakers, pipettes, and all this equipment. Just standard scientific equipment.
So there's no way to find out where patient 0 is at this point, correct?
You can think that they're in the room at the far end. That is what Dallas saw in the research, but otherwise you're not sure.
Oh, this
There are
isn't.
2 rooms.
This isn't the room. Oh, I thought we were in the room.
No.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we had walked into the other room and.
No, you had to walk
Okay.
down this line.
Okay.
Big lab.
Never mind then. All right, so we'll continue going towards the room.
And you can see 2 doors.
Again with the 2 damn doors.
They're 2 either side, and what's weird, they look wooden. They look like something from back on Earth. These
Like a
don't
bedroom door almost?
normal. Yeah, these are strange. And young Telemachus looks back at Blister and says,
Well, which one do we pick?
And which...
Flip a coin?
Again, do I have a gut feeling?
no, you don't have a gut feeling.
Flip a coin, heads or tails?
No, that's not good enough. We have to get the right one.
Well, I'm gonna use my scanner to see if I can detect what's behind these doors. Like what kind of technology is behind these doors?
You detect behind both doors the technology used for like sleeping chambers. You detect it behind both doors. There's a couple of sleeping chambers in the left room, and you feel there are 3 sleeping chambers in the right room.
2 sleeping chambers to the left, 3 to the right. Nothing definitive. Both rooms, cryo chambers. Same thing we've been seeing, just smaller scale.
Well, since we hang to the right the first time, I say we go screw to the left.
We can slide to the left.
But can we cha-cha real smooth?
I try to every weekend.
So you're all going through the left door, or is anyone going through the other?
I ask Blister and Amalgam and Youngling, do you guys want to go to the other door and do a split up and be 50-50?
Aye, alright.
Well, hang on. We need to make this equal. I'm going with Blister.
Do you want older T to come with us? Because I would assume she would know who. Do you know who this Alora is that they're speaking of?
She's like, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blister and Amalgam to the right. Me, Clamine, or me and Dallas.
Yes,
Me
that
and-
is who
me and-
you are.
Me and Dallas and older. I'm such a horrible person with names.
Telemachus is
Telemachus to the left.
You both open the doors. All of you step through them. You feel like you've stepped through almost like a barrier. Like, first of all, you feel like a pressure, and you almost have to like force your way into this room. Just a little push. Dallas, Amalgam, and Clamine, you feel a rush of cold hit you. Like, you suddenly feel like your skin is tight. You don't know what's going on. You can see red start to flash, and your eyes feel heavy and tired. And then you feel a and you all sit up as you sit up out of your cryo chambers. And Blister, you step into a white room. Young Telemachus is with you. Older Telemachus is not. And you see a chamber at the center of the room.
I'll walk up to it.
This sleeping chamber, you can wipe off the condensation. You see Alara's face. She is asleep.
Is this one my Alara?
Can you roll an insight for me, please? You're not sure. Telemachus looks excited, like she's trying to figure a way to open up this chamber.
Do you think this is the right one?
Well, it's gotta be, hasn't it?
I don't know. I feel like I'd know for sure if I saw her.
I don't know.
What's in the rooms around?
There is a bed, there is a bathroom, and there is a desk, and everything is white as white. It's almost blinding.
Can you figure out how to get this thing open? Oh, hang on a minute. 222 full power.
And she's like, no!
Like, you don't know what you're gonna do. And she stops you just as she rests a hand on your wrist. You hear a shh. Now, Amalgam, Dallas, and Clemene, you sit up and you can see each other.
What the hell just happened?
You can see a red light whizzing round, and you can hear Argo going beep, beep as he runs up and down the corridor.
Argo.
There's no response. He seems to have disappeared down the corridor, shouting again.
Amalgam. Clemene, let's figure out what the hell happened. Let's talk to Argo.
All right.
And Argo comes, you can hear him coming back up the hallway. And he stops and looks at you and goes, hi, yeah, bit of a problem. Why are you awake?
We've been awake. What?
Blister. We went after him. He was acting like a fool.
He's always acting like a fool. Look at him. And like this screen gestures to out the window where you can see Blister going out across a beam on a cable.
Oh god, we're stuck in a paradox loop.
So, Groundhog Day, son of a bitch. All right. Well, we've already done this. Wouldn't make any sense to do it the same. Maybe we bring Blister back here this time?
But he's
Or
looking
we blow
for-
up the ship. Argo, set the self-destruct.
No, I didn't actually set the bomb last time. It's too expensive, I didn't get one.
Are there any ship weapons?
If they work, yeah.
If they're broken, I can repair them.
We can try that. And he sort of whizzes out of the cryo chamber door and disappears.
I follow.
As you all step out of the room, you feel cold, you feel icy, and you feel a as your cryo chambers open. And you sit up.
I get
and you
back in my
see a
cryo
red
chamber
light
and go back to sleep.
as you have a red light spinning around the room. And a beep, beep as like Argo starts disappearing up and down the corridors.
Okay, we're not doing something right.
Well, if we
You
leave this-
assume there's a right thing to do and we're not stuck in an infinite loop.
Because we were fine until we screwed up, and now we're back in our tubes. What is going on?
It's just,
You hear
It's like a dream you can't wake up from. It's like a horrible nightmare.
You hear a to your left as you look over. Another one of you sits up. A Clamine, an Amalgam, a Dallas. We did something wrong. I don't know what to do. And you hear a beep, beep as Argo starts rushing down the corridor again.
This isn't a time loop. I think we might be clones.
I mean, I'm definitely a clone.
I'm talking about a wrong division, lady.
As you sit up, an Argo runs past again, shouting beep. You see a tiefling with a clipboard walk past. Good morning. And keeps walking.
Good morning.
And that is where we will end this episode of Argo 37.
Oh man, we're literally stuck. I don't know where to go.
I think the hologram was about to drop before we ended.
Damn.
We were in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time.
That's what it felt like. The Matrix has you.
Well, why don't we go round and do our wrap up today? Why don't you tell us what your favourite part was, where we can find you online, and all the wonderful things that we do. Who went first last time, Alice?
Me, and then I believe...
Me.
I was going to say, did we go with you, Moongame Chick?
Cool, so we'll come to you last then. So we'll go to... oh, hang on, you did it in Zoom order or something, didn't you? I'm just going to go round the screen clockwise. So
No,
I'll start...
I did the screen, I didn't do...
Huh?
I did the screen, not Zoom.
So, Dr. Ashley Nova is first this time?
Hello. Yeah, hi.
Hi!
Hello. I can't pick a favorite part, honestly. I had so much fun. This was amazing. Would anyone believe this is my first time playing anything D&D 5e?
I'm
Really?
It was so good.
This was really great. I had a ton of fun. Amalgam is great. I love my squishy blob boy. If you want to see any of my stuff, you can go to twitch.tv/AshleyNova. I'm currently in the middle of a little bit of a rebrand. I've got some new stuff planned. I've got a new schedule coming along. I've got some new projects in the works. I've also got a Patreon, patreon.com/AshleyNova, where I write my sort of queer urban fantasy investigation novel, which is kind of cool. I also take a bunch of photography stuff that you can get on there. And if you want to find me on Twitter, you can go to twitter.com/DrAshleyNova, where I mostly shitpost.
Cool.
100%. I just mostly shitpost.
Could you post the links to your Patreon and stuff in chat for us?
Yeah, I can do.
That'd be great. I'd love to check that out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
That's me.
Thank you so much. So next round we have Justin of Mage Hand Press. Oh hi!
Oh, hi there. So yeah, I am with Mage Hand Press. This was our material, and I absolutely loved what everyone's done with it. Alice, as usual, just like an all-star at just like taking this and making something crazy awesome. But you can find me on Twitter at Mage Hand Press. You can find us on Patreon. It's going to be in the links that Scrat posts. There's a lot of them. We've got a free blog where we release things a couple times a week, and then the big thing right now is our first Kickstarter, also first successful Kickstarter, Dark Matter. The alpha is releasing next Thursday. Super excited about it. If you've already backed the beta or physical product, you've got it. Awesome. If you haven't yet, we will have details soon on how you can get into the alpha ASAP. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. It's awesome. And just thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you so much for coming along. And next we have Moon Gamer Chick or Crimson Rosebud. Oh, hi.
Yes, actually, I have 2 different names because I don't know how to change my Twitter handle. But yeah, I'm Crimson Rosebud 34 on Twitch. It's where I mostly hang out. I do mess around on my Twitter, but not so much. I do a lot of streaming right now. I'm doing Kingdom Hearts and getting ready for that. And I'm also going to be doing Fallout 76 once it releases the 14th, I think, 13th or 14th of next week.
Yeah, cool.
And I love that we killed all the clones. I wanted to just shoot a black hole and watch them all disappear.
Yeah, that was a really cool moment for me. I
You
think
nat 20.
And then you nat 20'd it. That's what made it glorious.
the dice tell the story sometimes, you know, with the line and everything. Sometimes the dice just come to you. My favorite part, though, must have been chemistry. When we got into the chemistry lab conversation, that just cracked me up.
Can that be our war cry, please? Just hashtag chemistry.
Yes, it can. Chemistry will be the war cry.
As much as I want to stay, you guys, like I had said earlier, I have to go.
Uh-huh.
I have to go pick up my husband, so.
Yes, no worries.
Thank you, guys.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Hope you had
See you later.
fun.
Bye.
So... I should just be able to overlay that over one of you. Hang on. And then we all look the same, except you look slightly filtered, but... that's because your chroma key's on. There you go. Yes, me. Cool things. First of all, guys, I'm sorry for the internet drops. I don't know why my internet is dunking. Like every 3 or 4 minutes. It's been doing it all stream. I will check it out between streams. We'll go and reset the router and try and fix that. So sorry if that has been a problem for anyone. It sounds like the audio's kept up, so at least you've been able to follow at least. Here are our social links. Check us out on Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. You can go over there and find all of those wonderful things. We also have a Patreon where we have free articles and things like that. You can also find our merch over on Redbubble, where anything you like, you can slap our logo on and wear around. We also have sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm Publishing, who do t-shirts and mugs and that sort of thing, and all the proceeds go to charity. And as Justin rightly said earlier, we have Major and Press as a sponsor as well. Checking out their free review if you're interested in this space expansion for 5e, and also check out all their pre-order material. I believe if you get over there now, you can still pre-order to get access to the beta when the alpha releases. So head over and check that out. As for us, I should go and find someone to raid.
Oh, Obi's live.
Just one quick correction.
Sure.
The backer kit, the $20 PDF, does not grant access to the beta. However, we will be providing a discount code for people that purchase the regular PDF so that they can get the alpha at the same price of the Kickstarters. Or if you pre-order the physical book, then that will in fact grant you access to the alpha.
So there we have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we can see that Rachel is live doing some artwork. I'm not sure who, which artwork this is. Maybe it might even be one of my commissions. Who knows? But we're gonna head over and raid Rachel. Our war cry today is going to be chemistry. And I'm going to go run away now, and I'm going to go and start playing with routers and things and see if we can sort out this pesky internet. We'll be back in 2 hours for Monster Hearts. Everyone, hold on to your hats. We will be right there. Raid's cooling down. So yeah, we are live Mondays to Thursdays, 1 PM, 6 PM, and 10 PM EST. Also on Fridays at 1 PM and 8 PM EST. Yeah, 8 PM is alternate weeks, not this week. and 1 p.m. is over on the Greyhawk channel on Fridays. Keep evoking emotions, everyone. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.